You're someone with a vision for your practice, for your side hustle, and for your personal journey. But when it comes to establishing your path on how to get to where you want to be with your practice, things get a little messy. You're also someone who'd prefer to go in person instead of to groups and listening to everyone else's story. To me, it sounds like you could benefit from one-on-one consulting with our experienced practice of the practice consultants. From $5.95 a month and up, you can work with a consultant that will give you more direction and practical tried and tested tips matched to you and your goals. For more information, visit practiceofthepractice.com/apply. Again, that's practiceofthepractice.com/apply. This is the Practice of the Practice podcast with Joe Sanok, session number 1299. Welcome to the Practice of the Practice podcast. I am Joe Sanok, your host, where we help you build a thriving private practice you absolutely love. We are so excited to have you here today, hanging out with us. Now, back in May of 2025, we put on the Group Practice Conference. And at this conference, I had this dream of putting on a conference that was unlike any other. I wanted the feeling to be like connections, that people had time to meet each other. I always hated conferences where the parts that I love the most, probably getting dinner with new people or having drinks at the end of the evening, that part was so small in the calendar. And I spent most of my time just running between breakout sessions and keynotes and all of that. And the other side of it was oftentimes it felt like I would be in a session and it'd be a 90-minute session. And I really only got about 10 to 20 minutes worth of content. There's a lot of fluff in there. It just felt like get to the point. And so for what we decided to do at the Group Practice Conference was we decided that we would have 20-minute sessions on the main stage, all of our keynotes, 20 minutes, and that we would have ample time for breakout sessions, and to have time to dig in, to talk about group practice, to get to know people, and to encourage people that if they're having a great conversation, keep that going. You don't have to come back in. Continue those conversations going. And so we found that the folks that came to the Group Practice Conference in May had such a great time. They felt emotionally connected to other group practice owners. And it was just such a great event that we've tripled the size for May of 2026. We're going to be over at Northwestern Michigan College, right on their campus. And we're partnering with both Headway and the Student Life Department to put this on. And our main stage is going to be where the actual TED Talks of Traverse City take place. And then all of our discussions and our kind of digging deeper sessions are going to be throughout an art gallery. It's going to be just such a fun, unique event that we're super excited about. And lots of you weren't able to make the Group Practice Conference in 2025. And so we want to give you just a little glimpse into that. So we're going to be doing a series every week for a while throughout the end of the year where those 20-minute main stage sessions, we're going to be playing those for you. We want you to be able to learn from all of our speakers that we had, and we want you to get excited for the Group Practice Conference in May 2026. So we want you to get excited for this over at grouppracticeconference.com. That's where you can be on the waiting list so that when tickets go live on Black Friday through Cyber Monday, you can grab your ticket. We want you to get those discounts that we have. We want you to get any of those kind of lowest priced tickets. We know they're going to sell out fast. All of our sponsors have committed to sending emails to their list. And, Headway alone, who is our co-host of this, along with the Student Life Department over at NMC, has 60,000 people on their email list that are part of Headway. So we expect, the 300 or so tickets that we're offering to go quickly. So if this is something that you're interested in coming to Traverse City, we want to make sure you're on that wait list and ready to go on Black Friday so that you can get your ticket. We know they're going to go quickly. So head on over to grouppracticeconference.com and you can watch all the different things going on there and get on the wait list so that when that goes live, you get first access. So let's dive into this episode with some of our speakers from the Group Practice Conference in May 2025. We have Kishan coming up in just a second talking about using AI for your note taking. Kishan, come on up to the stage.
Hey everyone, my name is Kishan. I'm the co-founder of Describe, and I'll be talking about AI in mental health. So a little bit about me. I actually used to work as a medical assistant and a scribe at Palomar Health, and I used to work as an AI healthcare researcher at UCSD. So that's what inspired me to build Describe with my own hands. So by raise of hands, how many of y'all use AI in your practice currently? Cool. Awesome. So yeah, in 2023, it was surveyed that 38% of clinicians use AI. In 2024, that number jumped up to 66%. And now in 2025, I'm sure it's a lot higher, but it hasn't been surveyed yet. So what are therapists using AI for? Obviously, the biggest one is documentation. So that's either ambient listening and then the AI generating the note directly after the conversation, or that's dictation. So after the session is over, putting in the information of what happened in the session, and then the AI generating the note. 2 is coding, ICD and CPT, alongside documentation used by either therapists or coding professionals. And then 3rd is scheduling. A lot of people are now using AI to schedule their sessions. So instead of patients calling in and talking to an admin staff, they can talk to an AI that sounds exactly like a human to actually schedule and reschedule appointments. So the main concerns that I've personally heard around AI, and a lot of therapists have said to me, one is obviously HIPAA. Is AI HIPAA compliant? Is it storing my data properly? Is it deleting my data? Is PHI being collected? Is AI using my data to train their models? 2 is consent. Will my patients actually consent to AI being used? Will they be okay with this? Will they be uncomfortable? 3 is AI taking my job? Is AI going to replace me? Is AI going to listen to all my conversations and store it, and then create a chatbot to replace me? And then 4 is accuracy. Is AI going to actually be able to generate an accurate note, enough so that I don't have to spend 5-10 minutes editing that note, and then that taking away from my workflow? So by show of hands, how many of y'all spend more than 30 minutes a day doing your notes, or your clinicians do? And how about an hour? How about 2 hours? But yeah, most of our clinicians, most of our customers report spending anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours a day on their notes, which has now been reduced to less than 2 minutes a day. And I can show that right now in person with a live demo. Joe will be role-playing as my therapist. I'll be role-playing as the patient, and we'll do a live session. Cool. So this is Describe. The way it works is it listens to your conversation with a patient and then generates a note customized exactly to your note template and writing style. So just for the sake of this demonstration, we'll do a very standard progress therapy note. And we can press start listening. Cool. There's a countdown. All right. So let's see. Okay. So it's picking up my audio. Okay. So hey.
Hey, Kishan, how was your week?
Hey, yeah, it wasn't so well. My bird actually passed away this week, so I haven't been feeling too well. I've been kind of like rotting in bed. I haven't been able to get out of bed until probably like 11 a.m. every day. I used to wake up at 8 a.m. every day, and now I'm kind of just fighting myself, laying in bed, struggling to get up.
Oh, was that Pippi, the one from Uncle Vernon?
It was, yeah.
Oh, man, you loved that bird.
I did love that bird, yeah.
Yeah. So you're laying in bed till 11 a.m. or so. Any things that you're missing out on because of that?
Yeah, I've actually been going to work late. My boss has been really mad at me. My coworkers have been upset with me. I just haven't been getting work done.
Yeah. Any of the strategies we've talked about that you've been implementing?
Yeah, I tried yoga last week. It didn't really help me. And I've been researching some other techniques online, but I'm not really sure how to do them.
Yeah, tell me more about yoga.
Yeah, I tried doing yoga in the mornings for 3 days, and then I gave up. I got a little discouraged because it just wasn't helping me. I know that you said it should take effect in like a week or two, but I just got a little impatient.
Yeah. What other things are you looking into online?
Yeah, one thing I looked at was taking supplements like ashwagandha, and then the other one was deep breathing exercises.
Okay. What style of deep breathing are you looking into?
I'm not sure. I didn't do too much research into it.
Okay. Would you be up for trying something new today?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to hand you a journal, and I just want you to write down, say, 3 things that you're grateful for, and also 3 things you miss about your bird.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for the work I do. And what the 3 things I miss about my bird?
Yeah, about Pippi.
Okay. Yeah, about Pippi.
From Uncle Vernon.
Yeah, from Uncle Vernon. I miss hanging out with my bird when she'd fly to me from her cage, going outside, with my bird too, and then the way she would sing, she would sing songs actually, and she'd speak a little bit too.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the stages of grief?
No, I'm not.
Wait, why don't we spend some time going over that?
Okay. Cool.
They know the stages of grief.
Okay, yeah. And then, do you wanna give me some homework for our next session?
Oh, sure. For your next session, why don't you research stages of grief and just see if that's something that resonates with you, and then we'll talk about that.
Okay. Awesome. Sounds good.
See why I stopped doing therapy?
And then I just pressed stop listening. So right now it's turning the transcript of our conversation into an organized note template. And this note template is just a standard progress note template. But here we can see the note generated. So this was a follow-up session. So yeah, we discussed the loss of my bird, difficulty getting out of bed, arriving late. And so this note template is specifically structured to have the presenting complaint just in like 2 sentences and be a quick summary. And then this was the mental status exam. Safety issues, we didn't discuss any safety issues, so there's none. This is the relevant content section. Essentially, this is just a quick summary of what happened. And again, this can be customized to whatever length that you want, however many details you want, and so forth. And these are some of the interventions we went over. The treatment plan, progress, plan, and then recommendation. And then here in the content, I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, so it just has a quick summary of the session. But yeah, and then we can see the note was logged here, so you can go back to it. And you're also able to delete the note as well. So Describe is not recording your audio or keeping it. It listens in live time and then transcribe the session, only pulling relevant information from the session. And once it's deleted forever, and it's not kept to train any or fine-tune any models. And then here is the note template page. So here you can actually select from one of our note templates. We have a few standard ones, but this is a note template that one of our therapists uses. So she actually made this herself. And the way that she prompted this was exactly to her style of writing and her insurance requirements. And you're actually able to make your own note template here as well if you just press new template. And you can go ahead and label it and then add sections. So you can add, like summary, and then you can like describe essentially what you want generated. So you could say like, write 5 to 7 sentences and include these specific details. Cool. So yeah, that's the demo. Does anyone have any quick questions? Yeah.
But affect is really this visually observable mood. So how do you, I say it said appropriate or something like that, but how does AI do that when it's really, the person might be tearful, but the AI is not going to see that the person's tearful? How do you do that?
Yeah, great question. So for the mental status exam, that was just generated a standard mental status exam. Obviously, the AI is not able to see the patient. So typically what a therapist will do is they'll dictate in what the MSE was after, or they'll just have a standard MSE always generated, no matter what. But our software is also able to pick up on like inflection of voice and how you're talking and how your patient's talking. So it is able to generate specific parts of the MSE, but obviously not the parts that you can only observe. And did one more person have a question? Cool. Yeah.
Just curious, on the technical side, is this cloud-based?
Yeah. So we use Supabase, but none of the data is stored on our end. That's locally stored on your end. And once you delete it, it's deleted forever. So we don't actually use any of the data within Supabase to train our AI. So all the data that's stored within Supabase is also, the PHI is stripped. So we're unable to determine, which session is which session. Therefore, it's a fully anonymized. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
How does that work? Does it get imported, or do I do it within the?
Yeah, so that's a template that you would make yourself. So within Theranest, we have like many users that use Theranest, and each of them have their own note templates. That's just one example of a very standard Theranest note template. But we do have an integration built out with Theranest that I'll talk about later. Yeah.
Do you want to expand your private pay caseload? Check out Thrizer. Thrizer helps clients better navigate their out-of-network benefits and takes the entire burden of insurance off of them. That means no more super bills, no more insurance calls, and the best part, no more long reimbursement waits. Chances are you're providing a super bill to your clients. Super bills can be extremely overwhelming and challenging for your clients to navigate, let alone needing to wait months for that reimbursement check. Thrizer provides automatic claim submissions, manages claims end-to-end, and the best part, allows clients to just pay a copay for your session, while Thriver covers the rest of your rate up front and waits for the reimbursement on your client's behalf. This is called Thrizer Pay and is already helping thousands of clients access therapy without needing to be out hundreds of dollars while waiting for reimbursement. It's the best way to make your services more accessible and increase your private pay caseload, hands down. Use the promo code POP for a free trial. That's POP, Practice of the Practice, POP. You'll receive waived credit card fees for your first $2,500 in charges.
Time to thrive with Thrizer. Head over to join.thrizer.com/Joe. Again, that's join.thrizer.com/Joe.
We work with over 100 practices and hospital systems nationwide. We work with practices, anywhere from one clinician to 10 clinicians to hundreds of clinicians to thousands of clinicians. For example, Chief Concierge in San Diego, they're a group of 8 clinicians. Citrus Health in Miami, they're a group of hundreds of clinicians. Christus Health is the 3rd largest hospital system in Texas. They have thousands of clinicians. So regardless of what size practice you are, we do support that. So on average, our clinicians report saving 2 hours a day on their notes, and this allows them to see anywhere from 3 to 5 more patients a week, which results in $4,000 on average a month in additional revenue. And for this conference, we're giving a 50% discount. So originally our price is $150. But if a meeting is booked with me by the end of this conference, we are giving a $75 a month discount for practices. And most of our customers say that they typically recoup their investment within a few days. Yeah. Per clinician, but if you're in a group practice, then group practice prices can also be discussed. And yeah, we have deep integrations built out with Simple Practice and Theranest. So our software does more than documentation in these EHRs. It also automates the clicks that you spend within the EHR. So rather than you clicking to put the note in and then schedule the follow-up appointment, you just take your hands off and you select push to EHR on our software, and it'll actually put the documentation in yourself and then schedule your follow-up appointment and then automate the other clicks within your EHR. So yeah, about HIPAA. If you scan that QR code, that will take you to our HIPAA Trust Report. We are third-party verified via Delph. They are an agency that verifies companies for HIPAA compliance. That's part of our HIPAA Trust Report. We have live audits ran on our software 24/7. And as I mentioned before, our software does not record or store your audio. It transcribes in real time and then generates the note from that. So yeah, to get started, you can book a meeting with me using this QR code. I cleared up my schedule for this week and earlier next week as well. You can also find me here at the conference. I'll be here the full 2 days. But yeah, any questions? Yeah.
We use Simple Practice, but it's fundamentally closed system. And I'm just curious, it doesn't have an API. So how do you actually integrate closely? What happens?
Yeah, we use RPA.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Do you have a question?
So I know Simple Practice recently rolled out like their own AI. Is that
Yeah.
you guys, or are they allowing like different providers?
Yeah, that's their own proprietary AI. We do have a few customers that have used their AI, but they do use our software. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's in beta. It's in beta right now, so I don't think it's rolled out to everyone.
Right. Yeah. They let us try all the new things before they
Nice.
work. Thank
Yeah.
you, Simple Practice.
Yeah.
My question is, you guys were really close to one another during this conversation. What is the distance? If we're in a large office, can the discussion be picked up?
Yeah, absolutely. So Describe is just a website, right? Mm-hmm. So the same way you'd go to like Mercedes.com, you just search up describemed.com, and it's on your laptop, so it uses your laptop microphone. Or if you use it on your phone, it uses your phone microphone. Typically, on average, your phone or your laptop will have a radius of, like 5 to 10 feet. So yeah, a lot of our customers will place, the laptop down or the phone down, maybe like 5 feet away on a table, and then have their conversation. But yeah, it works for whatever situation you have in a room. It's able to pick up your audio if you're a little far. Yeah. 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 Is that with a parent in the room, or is that? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, some of our customers do that. It works based on kind of what you're saying as well, right? I don't know if you repeat back statements that the child says if they're unclear. Yeah, I think it works. It works perfectly for that. It works perfectly for EMDR as well, which is kind of very like less verbal. So yeah, it's able to pick up small things that a child would say, even if they're a little irregular. And you can use a custom template for that. So the note will be fine-tuned for those types of conversations. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
What about multiple people in the room?
Yeah. So cool. Yeah. Yeah. So our process, our software, our transcription software diarizes the conversation. So it's able to pick up that you have a different sounding voice than the mom and the dad and the child. And so it separates those speaker labels within the transcript. I didn't show that in the demo. But that's also a process that we can have customized in your transcription. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi. I have a question. I know you were talking about the data being deleted.
Yeah.
Who is your system learning off of our data? Do you own that data, or how does that work? Yeah. So in our BAA that you would sign if you use the software, it's clearly stated that we do not use any of your data. We don't train your data. It's illegal to do that, actually. So we don't keep any of your audio recordings. We don't keep any of the transcripts. We don't keep any of the final notes. All that we process that's like required to use, Describe within Supabase, which is our database, is the anonymized transcript that you have from a conversation, which is then like immediately deleted. Got it. Thank you. Yeah.
What about other languages?
Yeah. So we work in any language. Which languages are you? In Russian? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we have a few customers that speak in Russian. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, mainly our software is used for English and Spanish. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So I saw the live demonstration. I saw a flash on the screen about telehealth. Is it compatible with both?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, over 60% of our customers provide therapy online, and they use, they'll use like DoxyMe, they'll use Zoom, they'll use their video conferencing platform within their EHR. So that's what the telehealth toggle does. So you just switch that on, and then you're able to pick up the audio within any site that you're on. Awesome. Okay, yeah.
Does that include any like headphone usage if you're doing a telehealth through?
Yeah. Yeah, obviously headphone usage is a big thing, for privacy. You don't want other people listening to your conversation, right? Even if you're in your own room and like your husband's there, right? You don't want them listening to the conversation. So yeah, it works perfectly with headphones as well. Yeah.
I don't even know if this is a fair question, but I've not used the Simple Practice AI yet, but like, are there advantages of what your software provides based off of where the beta program is at currently?
Yeah, one of our customers, Dev Patel, he's based out of Virginia. He has a group practice there. He was using the Simple Practice beta. I can't speak as much to that. I'm sure they have great software probably you'd have to test it yourself. But what he said, the main difference was is that note customization and speed. With Simple Practice, he wasn't able to customize his note template to generate what he wanted, so just generate like a very basic SOAP note template. I didn't show it in the demo, but you're also able to regenerate that note into different note templates. So we have hundreds of note templates to choose for. You can make your own. We could have regenerated that to like a SOAP note template or like an intake note template. But that was the main difference, is customization and speed. Yeah.
Are you able to like customize it to a point where, I'm assuming the answer is no, but like where it looks for like certain communication patterns? Like, for instance, I do couples work and we're looking for like criticism or defensiveness. Like, is there a way to like, or potential to integrate like looking for communication patterns within the AI?
What do you mean by communication pattern? Sorry.
Like, we'll just use criticism because it's an easy one, where like it would be able to identify like in session, like client A gave this critical or attacking statement.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we understand that, therapists are not, like prompt engineers and don't know exactly how to like build their templates and don't want to spend hours doing that. So we do that for you. So if you give us, examples of how you like your notes done, we program those in for you so you don't have to build your own templates. Awesome. Thank you.
Great job.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us and listening to our speakers from the Group Practice Conference 2025. We are so excited to have you join us there. Make sure you put on your calendars Black Friday. That's when tickets open up. We want to make sure that you grab that ticket right away. We are so excited to be hosting this here in Traverse City.
We couldn't do this show without our sponsors, and Thrizer is our sponsor for today's episode. If you're doing private pay and you are sick of super bills, you're sick of insurance calls, you're sick of reimbursements, any of that, I want to tell you all about Thrizer. Make sure you check them out, because Thrizer is an amazing way to automate your claim submissions, manage claims end to end, and the best part is people can pay their copay for your sessions all within it. Head over to join.thrizer.com/Joe. Again, that's join.thrizer.com/Joe. And they're going to waive the first $2,500 in credit card fees. So it's awesome. Use promo code POP for the free trial. Again, that's join.thrizer.com/Joe. Thank you so much for letting me into your ears and into your brain. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Special thanks to the band Silence is Sexy for that intro music, and this podcast is designed to provide accurate and authoritative information in regard to the subject matter covered. It is given with the understanding that neither the host, the producers, the publishers, or guests are rendering legal, accounting, clinical, or other professional information. If you want a professional, you should find one.